Flav City family, what is up? It is Art, Rose Honey, and Daddy back in the kitchen for a epic Costco snack haul. Now you remember, Art and I last year, in the good old days when we were allowed in Costco, went there and did a really big snack haul. But when I was there yesterday, I noticed there's a bunch of new snacks, stuff that has come in, we haven't reviewed yet, and I figured since we're all home, for the most part still quarantining, it'd be fun to go over a bunch of snacks, whether they're sweet, savory, crunchy, all that good stuff. And here's the crazy thing, right? I went there yesterday, and once again, just like the previous week, nobody there. I was expecting a big line. I get inside, Rose, right? And no one's there. It was like really, really empty. So Daddy had the shop to himself, which is like a kid in a candy store. And I rocked out a huge snack haul. The only negative of not being able to film in the grocery store anymore, even though we couldn't do it now, is that I have to buy everything. So I spent over $200 yesterday on all the snacks, whereas back in the good old days, Art and I can just walk around there and just pick it up and put it down. So before we get rocking and rolling, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, share. All those things are lovely, but you're gonna wanna enable the bell icon right below the video, because see this board here? 3 times a week for the quarantine and officially now and beyond, to infinity and beyond, we're doing live streams 3 days a week, and you want to get a push notification on your device. Make sure after you do that and enable all notifications, you go to your phone setting and make sure you have pushes from YouTube enabled. Okay, where to start? Let's just start right here, because a lot of people ask me the best protein bars at Costco. And to be honest, it's the Kirkland brand. So it's not the best, quality one, but it is the best quality at Costco. So check this out. Here it is. And I love it because look at the bottom of the packaging. 1 gram of sugar, right? That makes me go, wow, wow, wee, wow. 3 to 4 grams of net carbs with 21 grams of protein and a whopping 15 grams of fiber. We love fiber, right? So we look at the ingredients. There's 2 flavors, chocolate brownie. Sounds amazing, actually. So we start there. And we look at the protein blend. I like that it's from milk and whey, not like soy. So it is dairy-based, but not bad. Then we have some nice fiber in there. Get some cashews. How is it sweetened? With erythritol. It doesn't say non-GMO erythritol, which is a bummer. And everything else looks good. You see the one ingredient I'm a little nervous about? It's natural flavors, right? Then let's go to the chocolate chip cookie dough. That sounds really good too, to be honest. Same thing, right? It's the whey protein. Then it has erythritol and natural flavors. But pan up here to the macros. I mean, that's what you want to see, you guys, right? To get net carbs, you subtract total carbs of 22, minus fiber of 15, which is 7, minus the erythritol or the sugar alcohols of 4, leaves you a 3. So this is, in my opinion, the best one at Costco, because if you look at the other ones, like the Premier Proteins and whatnot, they have a lot other ingredients, including sugar. Now, if this didn't have the natural flavors in there, it would totally be Bobby approved. But sometimes you got to pick your poison, Rosie. Do you want something that has a lot of sugar and no natural flavors, or no to low sugar and natural flavors? Well, in Bobby's ideal world, you'd have both, right? But sometimes you can't always get what you want. I think there's a song about that, right, Art?
Don't want to be demonetized. Let's not
That's right, we don't want to get demonetized. So I'm going to say this is the best deal, and the price is right at Costco. So I would go with these for sure. And I'm going to try one of these afterwards just to see how it tastes. And then sticking in the bar themes, right? This is a brand new bar that just came to the warehouse that I've seen. It's called the Ratio Bar. And once again, they kind of put on the front packaging 1 gram of sugar and 2 grams of net carbs. How do they do this, my friends? Well, I love the fact that the ingredient list is very, very small, but there's 2 ingredients that really bug me. The second ingredient is soy protein isolate. Why are they using soy protein? If they use pea protein, that'd be so much better. Then we keep going down there and we see natural flavors. But we see this stevia for the sweetener, right? And the erythritol, which means, look at that, 0 added sugar, 4 grams of sugar alcohols, so 2 net carbs. The thing is, I would be okay with this once again because it is the best at Costco, but I'm not okay with it. Why? Soy protein isolate, my friends, is garbage, right? You don't want soy in general. And when it's not non-GMO soy, like it's not listed here, it comes from genetically modified soy from our boys over at Monsanto who ruined everything, Rose. We would stay away from them, right? Also, soy besides that just isn't the best for you in higher quantities, right? Because it has the wrong omega-3 to omega-6 ratio. It has too many omega-6s, which are too inflammatory. The thing is, I can't get behind this I would just go, if you don't care about the natural sweetness, right next to this is by far the best Bobby approved granola bar at Costco. It's from Autumn's Gold. It's paleo, and instead of using erythritol or stevia, they use maple syrup. It has coconut oil, nuts and seed. It's crunchy and sweet. Actually, this couple was looking at them at the warehouse. They're like, oh, is this good? And obviously I couldn't help myself from budging into their conversation. I'm like, get that one, it's the best here. And she's like, is it crunchy or is it chewy? And I said, actually, it's both. So I would get those in a heartbeat. Now, also, I'm gonna want to delve more into the natural flavors because you probably heard me talking about it, but if you're new to the channel, I just want to give a little recap. So you're gonna find it, thank you, Rose, that's exactly where I want to go. In these two products here, one is good, one is not so good. So this is a fruit snack. These are the kind of snacks I love to give kids because both of these are actually no sugar added. So this is, I love the title here, that's it. Well, you gotta make sure that's it. So if you look behind here, look at that, the strawberry is apples and strawberries. The mangoes, apples and strawberries, and the ingredients are apples and blueberries. Now, is it organic? It is not. It's non-GMO, so that's my only knock. I wish it was organic because strawberries, blueberries, and apples are Dirty Dozen, mango not, but you know what? They don't have that at Costco. But here's the deal. You might see this, and this is actually cheaper. This is a layered fruit bar, pure organic. And oh my gosh, so this is organic, this is not. The problem is we look at this one, and the ingredients for the pineapple passion fruit are apple, apple juice, passion fruit, pineapple juice, natural flavors, and then a little bit of citric acid, and the other one too. And this has, looks like 5 grams of added sugar, and that's actually coming, it looks like, from the pineapple juice concentrate, which I don't really mind per se, but I love that the other one doesn't have that additional sweetener there. Because when you have a concentrate, it really is super sweet. And even though it's a natural fruit, Rose, it still has fructose, which you gotta limit. The thing is, this has natural flavors, this one doesn't. Just to break it down, in my opinion, anytime you're at the grocery store and you see natural flavors or natural vanilla flavors, put it back. It's another word for artificial flavors because the only rule about natural flavors is you have to start with something natural, like a strawberry, like a vanilla bean, Rose. After that, you can take it to a lab, like a scientist does, and they use up to 100 different synthetic chemicals to improve the flavor of the strawberry, to make it linger more, but more importantly, to excite your taste buds, excite your brain, to make you crave it and buy more. So natural flavors, in my opinion, really are a guise for artificial flavors. That being said, I'm gonna go with this one. If this was organic, that'd be ideal. But once again, this is the best we can do, Rose, at Costco. So we'll put that one to the side. And then let's talk about crunchy things, right? What does Art always say about crunch?
If you're not on Team Crunch, you're not in our bunch.
Thank you, Art. That's what we kind of live by over here. So I pick up some good things, I pick up some semi-good things, and I pick up some not so good things. So moon cheese. Moon cheese is fantastic, and so are wisps. They have that too. Why? Because it literally is one ingredient. I turn this around. It's aged cheddar cheese. Look at that, right? That's what you want to see. And I like that because naturally it's going to be extremely low in carbs, 0 net carbs. And I've talked about this before. If you are lactose intolerant or sensitive to lactose like we are here at home, aged cheeses like Parmesan, like cheddar, have no lactose. They still have casein, but the lactose get eaten during the aging process. Art, what does the bacteria sound like when they eat the lactose? Hum, 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 right? So have no fear, you can eat aged cheeses like that. I'd say this is great. The wisps are great. I really like these. Also, you can crumble them on salads and stuff like that. They're fantastic.
Bobby,
yes?
if the moon was made of cheese, would we eat it?
If the moon was made of Parmesan or a cheddar, I would. A brie might make me a little gassy, Art. And then, in one of the very early Costco videos, I talked about hip peas. And this was before what I say I was woke, because I didn't know about natural flavors and other stuff back then. And they're on sale right now, and it's an amazing deal. And basically, it's an organic chickpea snack with vegan white cheddar. Usually vegan white cheddar comes from nutritional yeast, aka vegan Parmesan or vegan cheese. And organic is very important with chickpeas because chickpeas are legumes and they can score high in glyphosate, the active ingredient Roundup. So I love seeing that USDA symbol right there. The problem, my friends, is in the ingredient list. So chickpea flour is number 1, good. followed by rice flour. I don't love to see a simple carbohydrate like that, followed by organic sunflower oil. If you don't see expeller pressed and organic sunflower oil, it's still highly processed and refined. They can't use the chemical hexane to extract it because that's not allowed with organic, but they still process it a lot. Then another simple carbohydrate, tapioca starch, brown rice flour, which is a complex carbohydrate, little touch of cane sugar, and then the dreaded natural flavors right there, right? And canola, oh, look at that, and canola oil, and it's not non-expeller pressed. Here's the funny thing, right? You see cane sugar there, but you look over here, well, it's 1 added gram. So it's not terrible, but, so this is where I start to get really worried about most of the foods in the middle section of the grocery store. When you combine fats, especially bad fats like canola and sunflower oil, with excessive sugar, that's not excessive, but most snacks are, and starches like rice and tapioca and potato starch, and just say breads in general, that's how you get fat, that's how you get sick, right? That's why a lot of processed stuff will have those things, so we really want to avoid that. You can't always avoid it, right, Rose? Sometimes you'll want a little bit of a sweet treat. You just have to moderate your sugar. So I look at something like this. I've been meaning to look at this at Costco for, I don't know, the last 3 times I've been there. It's pistachio squares. Raise your hand or click that thumbs up if you're a sucker for pistachios like me. I love them. How about you, Art?
I like them.
I love it. When they're shelled in the bag, they're dangerous because I ate a ton of them. So look at this. Dry roasted pistachios. Fantastic. They're not even using an oil. Tapioca syrup, which is kind of a sugar, then cane sugar, and then Himalayan pink salt. Even Rose is like, ugh. I love they're using Himalayan pink salt, but how much sugar are they using, you guys? 4 grams of added sugar, and what's the serving size? 1/4 cup. So is that terrible? Well, let's see. Let's open this up, because I have to try anything pistachio. 1/4 cup. Here we go. Let's pour that out, Rose, and see. I'm going to say that's 1/4 cup right there. How does that look, Art?
Looks tasty.
Right? 1/4 cup. So there's, in these 5 squares, 1 teaspoon of sugar in the form of the cane sugar and the tapioca syrup. Is it ideal? No. But is it excessive and something to really worry about? I'd say no too. You could do a lot worse, trust me. But how does it taste? That's good. And you know what? It's not over sweet. I was going to expect it to be a lot sweeter. It's like those coconut rolls we talked about in the Costco haul the other week. Those weren't over sweet too. And those are delicious. These are great. Wow, you got to try this, Art. This is fantastic. So, I'm going to say it's okay in this situation, and they're using pink salt. Do not underrate the fact that pink salt is one of the best salts in the world because it's unrefined. Look at that, right? Art's got his headphones in right now. Is it crunching, like reverberating in your brain, Art? Yeah. Pink salt, Celtic sea salt, stuff like that are unrefined, unprocessed, and actually have essential minerals that are good for your body. They're not bleached. So this is actually pretty darn good. I would scoop that. But what happens when you start talking about excessive sugars, right? Well, here's a bag of Heavenly Hunks. All right, gotta love that name. Ridiculously amazing organic oatmeal dark chocolate.
I like that description.
It's actually, bravo, you guys.
Amazing.
That is pretty amazing, right? Let's see the ingredients. This is the tale of 2 stories, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Organic gluten-free oats, organic dark chocolate chips. The chocolate chips consist of sugar, liquor, organic cocoa butter. So that's very common. You're going to see sugar and chocolate chips unless they were sugar-free. Then organic vanilla extract. So that's the top part of the ingredients. Let's just stop right there. So far, so good, because we've always talked about oats. If you're going to eat oats, please do me a favor, including at Costco, get organic. Otherwise, conventional oats score high in Roundup. Roundup and the active ingredient glyphosate. Why is that? Because they wouldn't spray Roundup on oats as a fertilizer like they do corn. They do it at the end of the maturation process as a desiccant to dry out the oats to make it easier to harvest, Rose. It's terrible, right? So you have to get it. And why does it say gluten-free? I always thought oats are gluten-free. Unless oats are produced in a dedicated facility like these are, they're produced in facilities that could have flour in there. And while if you're just trying to avoid gluten, that don't matter, right? But if you're celiac, particles of the flour can land on the oats, making it not gluten-free 100% and can really mess you up. Now, the other part, the Mr. Hyde part, let's look at this together, right? We already had a little bit of cane sugar in the chocolate chips, but we go to brown rice syrup, organic palm shortening, organic cane sugar, organic brown sugar, and then a little bit of tapioca flour, I don't mind that, and sea salt. But we have a trifecta of sweeteners, guys. Brown rice, cane sugar, and brown sugar to the tune of, what does that say, 9 grams of added sugar per 1 hunk, you guys. Dang, that hunk better be hunky as can be. This better be the biggest hunk. Better be heavenly. 9 grams of added sugar, you guys. That's, just so you know, 9 grams is just over 2 teaspoons of added sugar in, well, it's a pretty big hunk. But guys, come on. I'm not eating that, I'm sorry, for 9 grams of sugar, especially in the form of cane sugar, brown sugar, and the tapioca sugar, or the brown rice syrup. No. So that's going to be a hard no for me on that one. And that's when it gets a little scary when you combine the sugar with the starches, spikes your blood sugar, can make you insulin resistant over time, and you don't want that kind of stuff, right? So we'll just say no to that. Okay. Next up. Art, what did you say when you saw this, when you walked in today?
It's a lot of seaweed.
Have you ever seen a pack of seaweed this big? Still, Art and I don't get it, because back in our day, in the 80s, no one ate this stuff, but now it's very, very popular, and this could be the best deal ever at Costco. Look at this pack, my gosh! But you have to read the ingredients. So it is organic seaweed, which I don't really understand, because seaweed, from what I understand, is always wild from the ocean, so I'm not sure how it's...
GMO seafood?
Yes, it's not GMO, but I don't mind organic sesame oil. I actually love sesame oil. Sea salt, organic sunflower oil, you guys. That has to say expeller pressed. But even if it says expeller pressed, they can do better. Use avocado oil or extra virgin olive oil like some of the ones we've talked about before do. I do like the nutrition, and they didn't put it on here, but usually in the bottom part with the vitamins, it will show, what's it called? Iodine. This is a great source of natural iodine, which a lot of people ask me about. We gotta start getting away. Even though expeller pressed oil would be better there, it's still not the best oil. It's inferior to avocado oil or extra virgin olive oil. There's a brand, I think it's called Sea Snacks over at Whole Foods. It's obviously more expensive, but I'd rather get that good quality oil than this. It's not even expeller pressed, right? Then we move on here. Back in the day, you guys, this was like one of my favorite snacking chocolates, Bark Thins. And I think they rebranded because I did not recognize this. But now there's so many more options that are better, because all you have to do is look in the back here. And it's dark chocolate. And in the dark chocolate, the first ingredient is sugar, cocoa butter. They put sunflower oil in there. And a little bit of sea salt, I don't mind. But how much sugar? There's 11 grams of added sugar for a 1.1 ounce serving. There's, how many ounces in here? 20 ounces. So that's a little high for me. But for them to add the sunflower oil, that's to make it snacking. Because if you've ever had one of these, the chocolate's a bit soft, right? It's not gonna like shatter everywhere. It's very soft and almost chewable. The oil makes it soft. But if they used coconut oil here and lowered the sugar, or heck, made it a paleo sweetener like coconut sugar, it'd be even better. So this is a no for that. Oh, you saw mommy. Here. All right, Rose is with Dessi. She was getting a little antsy. A few more items here to round out the haul. This was really interesting. So these are bacon cheddar crisp. And normally I'll shudder in my booties when I see something like this, because they'll use like fake artificial bacon flavor. This is actually made with real bacon, right? And it's cheddar cheese, which is the low lactose or no lactose cheese. It'd be better if it was organic cheddar, but I've never seen that in a dried snack. The thing is, the bacon is not going to be, in my opinion, high quality bacon. It's going to be factory farm bacon, and they do use sugar in the curing process here. But the other ingredients are actually pretty clean. I was expecting something much, much nastier. I just gotta try it out of sheer curiosity. See, Rose, I'd rather you stick with like the moon cheese. That's gonna be a little cleaner, but wow, that's really good. They're basically taking dried bacon, blitzing it up. That's tasty, right? If it was higher quality bacon or organic bacon, so it had a non-GMO feed, that'd be even better. But sticking in crunchy snacks. This right here in my hand is probably the best crunchy snack you can give your kids from Costco, and this bag is the best deal ever. When you see fruit chips, dehydrated fruit chips made of apple, that is so important, you guys. USDA organic, it's very important because apples are on the dirty dozen, and USDA organic, yes, means a lot. Non-GMO, that's just to make you feel warm and fuzzy. There are no GMO apples for the most part, right? They're never sprayed with Roundup or anything like that, or grown with a Monsanto seed. So you don't have to worry about that. But that is important, and when it is organic, it's by default non-GMO. But that is just for marketing purposes. But is there sugar added? Niet. Is there artificial flavors added? Nay. Nothing, exactly. There's nothing in there. This is the kind of stuff you want to snack on when you're watching, like Dessi and I did, the 3rd season of Goliath that we just finished last night. That was a really good season. Great acting, by the way. Crunch. Natural sweetness. This is fantastic. And this deal on this bag here is unbelievable. So good. Last but not least, still the best beef stick or beef jerky at Costco is the 100% grass-fed Country Archer sticks. But there's a new player in town that is so close, Rose, so close to being top of the tops, right? Perky Jerky. How you like that name, Art?
Good name.
Perky Jerky, Wagyu Jerky. We'll talk about that. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. Look at these ingredients here. Whole slices of Wagyu, coconut aminos. So they're not using soy sauce like most jerkies. So this is actually paleo with a little bit of coconut sugar instead of refined sugar like most jerkies, and then seasonings. How do the macros look? Well, it's a little high in carbs because of the coconut sugar. So it's paleo, but it's not necessarily keto. But because it's made with the Wagyu, it's gonna be a marbleized, really fatty piece of steak. Now, what's the only thing missing? Do we all see it here? If that was grass-fed Wagyu, or at least organic, that'd be great. That being said, I just had to get it, and it was a little pricey, but no expense spared for this one. Look at this. I wouldn't even call it jerky necessarily, because let's see the texture.
What's perky jerky?
Yeah, it's perky, exactly. So let's try this. It's just gonna be grain-fed, GMO grain-fed, but wow. I've never seen a jerky seasoned with paleo sweeteners like coconut sugar and coconut aminos. That's a first. This is really good, wow. So if this was grass-fed or organic, it'd be probably the best jerky in the land. I'd still rather you get the Country Archer because that's 100% grass-fed. No sugar added, no nonsense, all thriller, no filler, as we say. So there's some of the snacks, you guys. We just covered all of them, right? So if you want healthy snacks for your binging session on Netflix, for the remainder of your stay-at-home order, hopefully it's not too much longer, you are good to go. That is it, you guys. Like, subscribe, share. That's the only way our channel keeps growing. We got 2 more videos going below us right now. But Art and I and Rose will see you very soon. Until then, we say unto you like we always do. Hashtag keep on cooking. Mad love and peace. Now, Art has to crush some of the stuff.
Screwed up the opening of this one, dude.
Oh, I saw you looking at something.
Yeah.
It's got 2 holes. Whoops.